Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Matthew, and today we are with, what's your name, bro?
What's up, guys? My name's Hayden Borden. I'm from Canada. Been doing OnlyFans Management for about 3.5 years now. I have a background in dropshipping, social media marketing.
A real thing that I want to talk to my community about and the people that watch my videos, because obviously everybody here knows that I do AI OFM and I run pretty much, but there's a main topic of the subject that, I have been saying recently that full AI OFM isn't going to be here for much longer. So I wanted to sort of ask you, as a full traditional OFM agency owner, again, remember, boys, I've ran AI from the start till now. He runs traditional OFM. But we're going to drop some gems for you people on how you can use AI in traditional OFM as well. But just to start, tell me, bro, how many models do you run?
Right now, I'm running about 7-8 models.
Nice.
As you know, regular OFM, one of the biggest, hardest things is keeping your models and getting new models.
Yeah.
With AI models, you keep 100% forever because you create them,
Exactly.
With regular models, you really got to focus on the acquisition, personal branding, and positioning yourself to keep them and provide a good service. You keep them for a long time.
Yeah.
So over the past 3 years, probably managed over 30, 40 different models, but now I'm just working with 7, 8. And then I have a few models that have stayed with me the whole time, and some go, some come,
Yeah. That was one of the main things, right? A lot of people that start AI OFM, a lot of people that are new to this industry and they want to start FanView, they perceive the whole thing of getting a model is so hard and keeping a model is so hard that they don't want to ever communicate with a real human on that section.
Yeah.
But I say personally, it's so easy to get a model. Like, you can run quick $5 ads per day and you can get so many leads, and you can run even a faceless model, for example, right?
Yeah.
Where you can still use AI for the main whole part of the traffic and the funneling. But yeah, a lot of people just think that getting a model is so hard and the communication part, but is it actually that hard in your opinion to have a good relationship and onboard a good, okay model?
For me, it's not hard, to be honest. When I started OFM, I signed my first model literally in 24 hours. I literally just have my personal Instagram account, outreached everyone I could find. I just searched up hashtag OnlyFans model. You find thousands. There's websites like OnlyFinder. You can also buy models from marketplaces.
Yeah.
There's so many different options. You can also hire affiliates. So if you have any famous friends or attractive friends, get them to find models for you. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it,
In terms of when you get a model, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is the whole process for you? Because again, these people, they don't want to get a model. They fucking hate talking to. They don't even want to speak to a woman. But again, I teach these guys to run faceless models on FanView, so the content you sell is a real model, but it's faceless. But obviously, the outside is an AI model, and the marketing's AI. That's what I teach. Because obviously, when you communicate with a faceless model, it's either just like a one-time payment for content and KYC, or again, it's just small 5% payments every single month. You don't have to do much communicating. You just get a bulk amount of content from them, and that's it, right? So for that angle, it's super, super easy.
Very
but
easy.
In your angle, right, you must have set scripts that you must need them to film, or how is that process? And
for a regular model, it takes a lot of work, to be honest. We try to treat it like a 50-50 partnership. We take 50 or 60%. They do the content, we do all the back end, As far as getting them, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy at the start. But when you try to scale and you want to get models that are already making 30, 50K a month, that's where it gets more challenging. But if you're going down the AI hybrid route, it's super easy to get models. You can find models that are already working with other agencies and be like, yeah, I'll pay you 5 or 10%, and we pay you this fucking paycheck every single month for the rest of your life. You don't need to do anything. And for a model, this is an extremely unique and interesting offer that might not last forever, because there's a lot of people getting into this, and people are going to catch on in the future. This is an AI model, not a real model, but we'll talk about that later, differentiating between real and fake. But it's a unique selling offer, and you can really sign a lot of models doing it, and really good models. I know myself, I have got my real models on contracts where I can use their content and only pay them 5%. And when I told them that, they were like, oh, sure, I don't really care. Free money.
Yeah, it's extra income for them. It's just a side income, yeah.
And you can even change their face and ask regular girls if they want to do this, because regular girls with good body, they don't need to show their face anymore online. So like you said, you're hiring faceless models, changing their face and just selling their body, and you can make a lot of money really, really fast, very easily as well. I would say selling, maybe we aren't selling porn, we aren't selling anything bad, but selling this type of stuff is the easiest business to get into and the easiest way to make your first $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 online as a beginner. I did so many different businesses, and the reason why I stuck with OnlyFans Management is because you can make large sums of money so quickly without a lot of experience and with minimal investment. It doesn't cost much to sign up a model. It's a 50-50 contract, just takes your time. To post on Instagram and generate AI content at the start, it doesn't take any investment, it just takes your time. Then once you start making money, then you start investing and buying back your time, and yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. Now, I want to go into something interesting with them, right? Because, all the other topics I've covered, I've got my courses, my guides, even on YouTube, we have like a 2 hour free course. So I have all the courses out there, so they already know the base sort of information. So I want to go into something a bit more interesting, which is traffic funnels, right? Because I teach them threads at scale. So that's one of my main funnels that I tell everybody to run is threads at scale, because
Yes.
with my method, with the androids and the cloning, you can have hundreds of threads per day, maybe similar to what you may do on Reddit, for example.
Yes.
But we have hundreds of threads going out, new posts on every single one of them, every single day, new accounts, and they are going viral every single time. Like a 70% success ratio on all of the accounts.
Yes.
It's mental, right? So I've already dropped so many gems on threads and IG Reels. Now, I already know that your traffic is ready, right? And
Yes.
that's your sort of main funnel. Now, I've always told my people, don't do fucking Reddit because it's so fucking expensive, right?
Yeah.
But I've got some questions because, again, whenever I've tried Reddit, I've completely failed. So
Yeah.
coming from someone that does Reddit as his main funnel, this is some source for me and this is some source for you as well. So tell me, bro, is Reddit expensive and how easy is it to set up?
Reddit is expensive and it's hard and it takes a long time to get going and make good money.
Okay.
But if you actually have real models and good models that have like a niche look, so let's say you have a goth model or a fitness model or a MILF, you have a really good candidate for Reddit. So how Reddit works, it's like a niche community platform where you post in certain niches. You're in full AI OFM. I don't do any black hat. I used to do Tinder marketing and
Okay,
Bumble
yeah.
marketing back in the day, and this was like my beginning in the OFM. And I realized that wasn't sustainable, so I completely quit any type of black hat, like mass accounts on Instagram, mass accounts on Threads. So I stick with organic. We do Instagram and Reddit. So we'll talk about Reddit first. Reddit, basically, we have started integrating more content into it. So we have a team, jailbroken iPhones or Ads Power or Samsung phones, however you want to do it. We mass create accounts. We have a VA creating accounts all day, every single day. If you're a beginner watching this and you want to get into Reddit with your actual models, all you need is your own phone. Hire one VA with an iPhone. You don't need to buy the phone yourself. You don't need to farm anything yourself. $2, $3 an hour you pay them, and you collect 100, 200 groups of your model. These are all niche communities, so what you have to do is you have to get verifications from your model to post in a lot of these groups. You get the verifications, you get down the niche content, and you post in these groups, around 10 or 15 groups every single day. I recommend you do between 5 and 10 accounts per model that you have to make the most amount of money. In our agency, we have models making between 30 and 50K per month with just Reddit. This is on like the higher end of Reddit. It gets kind of capped. But I'm sure most traffic platforms, even Threads, has like a cap to how much volume you can run, you know? On Reddit, our cap is the amount of subreddit groups there is. So we only can get like 150 to 100 subreddit groups per model. That's why we only do 5 or 10 accounts per model we do. And you can also implement AI into doing this. So what we like to do now is we like to enhance our models. So we have a model with a medium-sized ass, but we make her ass large, and then we post in the ass subreddit groups. If she only makes safe for work content, but we want not safe for work content, we might make a topless photo of her using Seedream 4.5 edit. Or you can use Nano Banana Pro to make her go in Anytime Fitness and then post in the Anytime Fitness subreddit group.
Interesting.
Or for example, you want to target the location subreddit groups, you can put her in a certain location and then post her there. And this is like our black hat side to Reddit.
Interesting. So quickly, talk to me. So just so I can understand and they can understand as well. How many accounts? Let's say I have one VA right now, right? That's going to do the Reddit for me. How many accounts are they going to create per day on that phone?
Yeah, I personally don't have. I have different VAs doing it, but if you're going to start with one VA, 8 hours per day or 4 hours per day, have him create maybe 2 or 3 accounts per day and slowly start farming them.
Okay.
And then he can manage.
So they're farming it themselves as well.
Yeah, and one VA can manage between 50,
Sure.
50 and 100 organic posts per day.
Uh-huh.
You can't get a VA to post over 100 good posts per day unless he's like a Canadian or American. But we like to take advantage of cheap labor because at the end of the day, Reddit is expensive, and I'm not trying to pay someone $20 an hour to post on Reddit.
Yeah, only Filipinos or Indians, as you said before.
Yes.
Low cost countries.
Yeah.
Again, they will be a bit lower quality, but if you've got a good team that's tracking everything and making sure they're doing their job, then it won't be an issue. It'll only be an issue if you just let them free Reddit and not really check in with them, right?
Yeah.
So when you say it's expensive, how expensive is Reddit actually, right? Because you're creating the accounts yourself. So what are the other costs, right? Is it mobile proxies? That's a cost. So you got mobile proxies, maybe $60 to $100 for a mobile proxy. Okay. So, and then what are the other costs for Reddit?
Yeah, I'll break it down for you. So we use any IP. It's pay per gigabyte.
Okay.
So around $3 per gigabyte. So it depends on the scale you're doing. Our proxy is probably around 300 USD in total between like 8 models. So around like $40 a model. And then the VA costs. We have a team in India, so like our VA cost is literally like $120 a
Yeah,
month
it's
per
cheap. Yeah,
VA,
yeah,
8 hours a
yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
So we have extremely cheap costs, but in order to do this, you can't just. It's really hard to find Indians and train them. I have a really good manager and doing it, but normally when I was doing it without my Indian team, it was like $2 to $3 an hour. So how much is that? It adds up around like 500
Yeah.
USD a month for 50 posts. So for one model, you're gonna be paying around 300 to 600 USD a month for full-on Reddit service. So you have to make sure you have good chatting, good conversion funnel, so you can actually make money on the back end of all of this.
Okay, for
And
conversion, quickly, I want to ask a question because it's
yes,
on my mind, right? When you convert people from Reddit, how do you do it, right? Do you take them? Do you have like a, when I did Reddit back in the day, we would have like 3 pinned posts on her main Reddit
yes,
profile, and it would be like, one's like something sexual, and then the other one's like, check out my link or whatever, and then the other one again, another like sexual, check out my link. Something baiting them
yeah,
to
yeah.
obviously convert, right? Do you, is that still a thing that people do to this day? How do you convert fans from Reddit once they've gone onto your Reddit page from the posts that they've saw? How do you funnel? How do you convert them?
Yeah. Okay. So most important is have safe for work pin posts, and
Okay,
because I'll tell you guys how to convert and how to actually convert at like a high scale. You
sure.
know, if you just post your model's pussy and her tits, which everyone does on Reddit, you're not going to get subscribers, and you'll get subscribers, and they aren't going to spend any
Low
money.
quality subs,
So
very
you're going
low
to waste
quality.
all your money.
Yeah,
And you always want to have the avatar. So on Reddit, you can have an avatar. Set up the avatar to look like the actual model. Have a banner image, a high quality bio that's congruent with your OnlyFans bio or your fan view bio or however you're doing. It has to match it. Don't say she's 25 years old on Reddit and 22 years old on FanView. Your subs are also not going to spend money.
yeah, makes
And then
sense.
also, I believe you can have 5 pin posts, but we usually just do 2 or 3 pin posts. One verification, one teaser to the OnlyFans, just previewing and showcasing what type of content is available so they know what to buy. And then also one is you post a safe word picture, maybe give her some personal details and say, my OnlyFans link is in the comments of this post, and have a free trial or the OnlyFans link there. And always use a tracking link so you can track your conversion rates as well. So on Reddit, it actually has a really high conversion rate if you're doing free trial subs, which we like to run. We prefer on Reddit, some fans might be cheap and they don't like to pay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we would rather just have 50 or 100 subs come in per day rather than 2 or 3 paid subs. So that's how we run our funnel, and the conversion rate can be anywhere from like 30 to 70% on a free
Really good.
trial link, which
That's
is
really
like
good.
really
That's
high.
insane.
On Instagram, you'll get like 3 or 5%.
Yeah, yeah, it's guys like
Yeah.
2 to, I tell him like 1 to 3% for most AI models anyway.
Yeah, yeah. On
Super,
Reddit,
super
it's really
low.
high because it's a niche community.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
people
yeah.
are looking for what they want.
And yeah, they find it from, yeah,
Yes,
exactly
because
what they want.
let's say they
Makes
like
sense.
fit girls. They go search up fit girls and they go start gooning and they find
Yeah.
your girl they want to join and see more. And
Right.
if they make it free, you're like they're gonna fucking join because they're fucking gooners and they're degens on Reddit.
I've
You
got
know?
something interesting, right? So
Yeah.
when I was doing Reddit back in the day, right? And even as a, let's say like a year ago, I tried it again as well. Okay, so when I was doing Reddit, I would, again, I tried hundreds of different subreddits, right? And what I was doing, I was buying accounts that already had the karma and stuff.
Yes.
Obviously under a US IP, like it was a good provider. It wasn't no like cheap, that wasn't why I was getting banned. But
Mhm.
I would post in these subreddits, and yeah, I would upvote it maybe 5 or 10 within the space of like 3 hours or something. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Just to give it a little boost, right?
Mhm.
But then other people would upvote bot the fuck out of my model and give her like 2,000 upvotes in the space of like 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
all my accounts get banned.
Yeah.
Every single account after 1 or 2 days got burnt.
Yeah.
And I was just spending like $70 a day, burnt. And I don't know why. Why do I get targeted, bro? What's the reason? How do I not get targeted, bro? I don't
Yeah.
understand, bro.
Yeah. So on Reddit, the bans are like one of the biggest things and biggest problems you're going to deal with. And this is why it's important. I recommend all my students, everyone I know, have an account farm going. You always want to be having a VA creating new account on like a weekly or monthly basis. If you're buying accounts, you can do it. Like I still buy accounts to this day when I run out of my farmed accounts. But it comes from a few different things. Getting targeted with upvotes doesn't really happen to me. It's happened to me a couple times, and it really
Do you
sucks.
think the reason of it is because of the subreddits I'm posting in? Maybe they're not niche enough. Maybe they're too
Could be, or
broad.
or you have a hater that knows who your models are. But
Interesting.
this honestly, like I've thought about doing it to other people before. I just haven't done it.
Yeah,
It's
when that
never-
was
it's-
happening to me, I started guessing who it was and started doing it to them. It was just a constant PvP, bro. That's why I hated Reddit. Because
It
for me,
shows
it's
you
a
the war.
PvP. I've tried it with 3 different like real models that I have because I do run OFM as well.
Yeah.
And every single one of them targeted. I'm just getting banned left, right, and center. I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
this, bro.
So I'll tell you guys some measures to take on Reddit to make sure you don't get banned. So one, always have a mobile proxy and rotate it between opening them. So if you're doing it on the phone, have this app called Potazzo or Shadow Rocket. Add your mobile proxy on the phone. If you're on Ads Power, add a mobile proxy on there or a static residential proxy. If you're on the Ads Power, it's okay. Then you rotate it every single time. Unique proxy per account. Plus, you need to spoof all of your content. So you can't double post your content.
You got to change the data,
or else
right?
you're
You
going
got
to
to change
get,
the
yeah,
meta.
there's this new bot that just came out called Bot Bouncer. There's a lot of different bots that are going to detect non-unique content that scrape Reddit every single day, ban you for that. So just make a free spoofer using Claude. I think you have a spoofer.
I have one in the Discord as well. Yeah, join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord. I'm also making a free spoofer. So just spoof your content. It's not hard. There's also
Yeah, it's
Telegram
super
bots,
easy,
really cheap to do. Make your own using ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's super easy.
So spoof your content and have a lot of accounts. So like you might have 5 or 10 accounts. If you have 20 accounts, not all 20 are going to get banned unless you have them all linked with the same IP
Of course,
or same content.
Yeah,
so you really need to diversify. Some have some accounts on the iPhone, have some accounts on the computer, have some VAs on one account, some VAs on another account. Instead of having one full-time VA, you might want to have 2 part-time VAs and just see how it goes and try to migrate your risk across it, you know? So you want to have as many accounts as possible. If you can have 100 accounts, I'd rather have 100 accounts doing 5 posts per day than like one account doing 40 posts per day. Because if you get banned, same with your threat strategy. If one account, if you only have one big account and it gets banned, you're
it's
but
rendered useless.
You have 100 accounts posting every single day. If a few get banned, 15% get banned, you just create 15% more accounts and you're fine.
Yeah, literally, bro. And it's the same thing with threads as well. Like the environments of the accounts have to be different. Like the IP has to be different. We do the same. We use mobile proxies only. And obviously, again, every single time you open a different cloned Instagram or threads, you have to rotate the IP as well, manually rotating it. So yeah, that's pretty similar with the Reddit. So yeah, man, that's super interesting, bro. So before we wrap it up, just is there anything else you feel like you need to let them know about Reddit, bro? Before we let them go ahead and try and crack on.
Honestly, if you're gonna start, make sure you have a good list of groups. If you post a lot on Reddit and shitty groups that don't correlate to your model, you're not gonna see success. So look at what your model is, look at her attributes, and see where you can put her, or put her into something that you can make. So put her into the nurse niche. Even if she's not a nurse, buy her a scrub. Put her into the cosplay niche. Have a different account for the cosplay. Put her in the gym girl niche if she's fit. If she's goth, put her in all the goth niches. You want to find the niche and create niche-specific content and post her there. And make sure your chatters know where the traffic's coming from, so they know what niche to talk to the fans like. So a goth girl will be more dominant. A submissive girl will be more soft. And you really have to take in the whole customer experience from start to finish. Because you can bring in a lot of subscribers, but if you don't make money from them, you're going to lose your money like you did in the past, not making profit from Reddit. For me, my profits on Reddit are very, very good. I'll spend $1,000 a month, $500 a month on managing our account, and I will make back $30,000, $10,000, $5,000. So
very good. Very good ROI,
at least like 3 to 10x my investment. So
lovely.
It's really, really good. So, and also, if you're going to do it, make sure you have a model that's willing to take like 40, 50 posts per week, 40, 50 photos per week, or else you're just going to waste your time on a shit model. But in regular OFM, you don't want to work with shit models anyway. So if you have a shit model, just transfer to AI OFM or get a new model. Don't waste your time. You'll be stuck making just a little bits of money, you know? There's so many OnlyFans creators. Don't settle for less. I would rather search for a good model for 3 months, make no money, than waste 3 months just not making any money with a shit model.
Yeah, trying to blow up a shit model.
Yeah. It's not possible sometimes.
Nice, bro. And really quickly, before we go, guys, Hayden has a bunch of other sources as well on the OFM spectrum side of things. So as I've told you guys, the whole AI OFM industry, it's not going to be here for very long. The way it's going to be shifting is that most people will be using AI for their current existing models on OnlyFans. I've personally, and I'm going to drop something now that hasn't been spoken publicly about, and this is going to ruin all my connections with FanView going forwards, but they are going to be stopping AI NSFW on their platform in the next couple of years. So the biggest AI platform is removing that, right? There's obviously loads of other platforms that are coming around. There's Stacked, which obviously I work with, and Stacked are great, but again, all these AI platforms, they all have the same route. They obviously don't want an NSFW platform because of payment processors and brand deals and scalability. So it's just a quick money lick for most of these platforms. They're all going in the same direction. So the only platform that will be here to stay is OF, and that's something that I'm also doing it currently as well. I've shifted back my attention over to my actual OF creators, and again, using AI to help them actual creators. Because yeah, that's how I think the OnlyFans industry is going. But to wrap this up, boys, go ahead and check his shit out. I'll drop his Telegram. You've just opened a Telegram, right?
Yeah, search me up on YouTube at Hayden Borden.
Yep.
At Hayden Scaling and Hayden Borden on Instagram. Free Telegram group. Network with people. Ask me questions for free. I'll help you guys out. Don't come in and ask shit questions or you'll be kicked. And yeah, thank you guys.
Boys.